Well, it's a GTV Preview Show for Thursday, the 8th of September, where we race at Turffontein on the inside track, and there are 8 races carded. I'll be working alongside Rahil Radhakrishna. So let's get straight into it and begin in race number 1, which will start at 12:50. It's over 1,000 meters, and nice to see them putting up these races for the work riders. And race number 1 will start off the bipod, and note the scratching at the time of recording, number 4, but you can keep an eye on card changes and declarations on race day as well. Rahil, firstly, welcome. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks. And how are you, Dees? Yesterday, it was the fall. How did you play?
Yeah, we're talking about obviously Tuesday. Yeah, it was a fair day. I mean, considering the results and in the early part of the meeting, things went according to plan. It's just the latter stages that the guys had to find some goal there. But if you did that, well done to you. Bipod begins race number 1. Lebanese pound Paul Peters runner trading at around 16-10 at the time of recording. He'll be having his second run as a gelding, and you could see last time out the gelding certainly helped him in a big way. From that form line, where has come out to win. And then this horse called Drop of Time for Johan Janse van Vieren. He'll be having his first run as a gelding. And on the inside track, always a big positive to be drawn 1. And when you have a look at the form lines that he represents, well, one would think this 1,000-meter trip on the inside track will suit him. Do you have a preference for either or both in the bipod?
In terms of the bipod, I'm going to include both runners, but my top choice is number 5, Drop Off Time. He has been gelded, so he does have his first run after gelding, and they're bringing him back to the 1,000-meter trip, which I think could suit him nicely. Donovan Cooper does get the ride, and as you mentioned, he's drawing in gate number 1, so I'm hoping that he just gets him into a good handy position. He relaxes him and allows the horse to just be comfortable where he is, because I think there's going to be a decent pace on in the race, especially horses from the outside of him coming over and looking for position. So there's going to be a decent pace, and Drop Off Time, he can certainly pounce on them late on in the day, having his first run after gelding. And then Lebanese Pound, a horse that has to be respected. Pelasiwe Mongawa gets a ride here. He's drawn right next to Drop Off Time. So I think those two horses should fight out the finish, numbers 1 and 5, but my preference is for horse number 5.
Yeah, it looks that way. I think Rahil read it spot on. That's the way I saw it. 1 and 2 on the inside, they show pace, but there's pace and more pace on the outside. Numbers 2, 6, and 7, they all run with pace. So this could be a race that could be won or lost in the first furlong or so, because they jump on the bend on the inside track, and it all depends on where you position turning into the straight, because once they go round that elbow, they get into the straight, it's just 400 meters to home, and it's all about timing your run, and luck in running is key, especially over 1,000 meters on that inside track. But I agree with Rahil. I think we should be safe here in leg number 1 of that bipod with Lebanese Pound number 1 and number 5 Drop Off Time. Of the balance, well, you make your choice for the minor positions.
Dees, you coming with your